Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever, wherever you are. This is TheDarthLlama,
And I'm a random bot.
and this is Pain in the Block. So, this is episode 2 of our SkyFactory 4 playthrough. Thank you for joining us again. On the last playthrough, we went through a bunch of trees, got our platform built out, started our hopping bonsais with most of the basic level resource trees, and built a basic smeltery over here. And I think that today what we're going to try and do is we're going to do some smeltery automation, get some power going. We're going to try and go through some more of the advancements to try and finish out some of these advancements on the first page and see where we end up. Sound good to you?
Absolutely. That said, I need to alt tab for a second, so bear with me.
Fair enough. I'm gonna eat some sand acorns. Yummy, gritty food.
That won't be a problem in very short order here. My one of my plans for the day is to get a farm started.
Ah,
Um, oh, and what seed was that? Want to say it might have been apple seeds or something something weird like that, that if you stomps on them, they give you sugarcane seeds.
let's find out.
Um,
And hello on the stream. I've got a viewer on Twitch. How are you doing? Sugarcane seeds.
ah, it's any apple or any leaves in a crushing tub
Ah, okay. Well, that'll be useful.
will give us, and it's 1-to-1. It's every single time you do it, so it's not a chance to drop thing or anything annoying like that.
So we need to prep. I get our over by our infinite water source. I'm just gonna put a couple blocks around it so we can put some sand in. Get our sugarcane growing.
Good call. Uh, could make it snad.
Yes, definitely recommend SNAD. For those of you that aren't familiar with sand versus SNAD, it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek joke. I don't remember where it originated. But SNAD is essentially sand um, that grows things twice as fast. Right. Get some sand going here.
How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
And I've got 13 SNADs, so.
Awesome.
Alright, there we go. SNAD is down and ready.
Seriously? And we're already starting with the puns.
We love puns, though. Remember, puns
Uh,
just display a mastery of the language. Alright, so you're doing that.
yes, because I cannot count.
Oh, okay, well.
I almost made way more signs than we needed. I was overcomplicating the math.
Well, you know, we all have our struggles at times, and that's okay. Alright. Okay.
Is this?
I don't even
This
know what I'm
is
doing right now.
playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you, smart aleck.
What you just said.
Yeah, I know what I said, but you also should have known what I meant. Alright,
Objection, Your Honor. Let's see. This is iron. This is lead. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Because the English language, how does it work? Or does it?
Not real sure. Part of me thinks it does, but then I start talking and I question reality.
Yeah.
How do what can I make with this cottonwood amber?
Oh.
Squeeze an acorn to get string. Hmm.
And welcome to, I apologize if I butcher your name, Clarent. This is SkyFactory 4. It is hands down my absolute favorite mod in Minecraft.
It is. It is a great mod. It's probably one of my favorites. Although some of the newer ones that have some quality of life improvements, I do find myself enjoying more at times.
Hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if they're wrong.
Ah, now we get the insults going. Why am I not surprised?
Hey, you show me another awesome mod pack that lets us be androids, and I will grant it to you.
Okay, so androids is probably my single favorite thing in here, and no, almost no other mod pack lets you do it. But I did really like Stoneblock too,
Stoneblock was incredible. There is absolutely no denying that one.
and we will get to it at some.
Yes. All right. All of our trees are labeled. We no longer have to look very carefully at the front of each hopping pot to see what they are.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and if I could get the hang of fancy signs, they would be written bigger, but I'm an idiot and can't figure out how fancy signs work.
Well, you
So,
didn't like fancy signs when I put them on the what was it? I put them on the filing cabinets in the test world, so I'll be
that
better.
was different. That was different.
Oh. It's
I
it's
hadn't
different, he says.
I hadn't I okay, we're going back to the I'm too dumb to figure them out.
Mm.
I had trouble quickly clicking the right thing to open those filing cabinets. That being said, the thing I was working on last night or this morning, I did start a new tree and in a different world, and I did put a filing cabinet in. That would be where all our resin went. Got it.
Yes,
Because
I'm.
I was coming over to do the same thing.
Aha, I beat
Um,
you.
and well, whatever. I simply need 5 of those when they come out.
Okay.
That actually may not be
It's a
totally true.
redstone tree, so we can automate this.
Nope.
Yep.
Nay, nay. I have a better and cheaper solution. I mean, yes, we need redstone at some point as well, but
Okay, so please explain because I didn't have a chance to check your wizardry out. How do you propose we automate pouring our ingots?
okay. So, minor change of plan. I need a total of 7 iron ingots. Um, so thank you. 2 of these are going to become a weighted pressure plate. Uh,
I'm making this a squeezer, by the way, so I can turn this cottonwood amber into wool. Gotta have beds for the advancement.
True. Oh
So,
snap! We do actually need redstone before I can do this properly. But we're not making a redstone clock.
haha.
Um, we will. I already admitted to needing
That's what I'm laughing
redstone.
at, because I told you we need redstone, and no, we don't.
No, I only said that because I knew where you were heading with that. Um,
So I was right about the need. I was wrong about the specific item the need was for.
yes.
Okay, I'll accept that. Anyway, moving on. What are we doing instead of a
Um,
redstone clock?
we are going to be using a fluid extraction cable.
Ah, the option I came up with originally.
It's it works a treat. It
It does.
really, really does.
So for those of you that aren't
Um,
familiar, there's a few different ways you can automate smelteries in SkyFactory. One of the ways is you take and put a redstone clock right here where this oak plank is now, and what it does is it periodically you can tell it to click basically in a specific direction, and so it'll click below it, which will activate the seared faucet, which will pour into the casting table. And that automates the pouring. And then to automate getting the ingot out, you can put a hopper below the casting table into a chest, or you can put an item extraction cable, which is probably the direction we're going to go because we like those, and have it go into a chest. And that way it'll automatically pour, and you can just throw a bunch of ambers or whatever in, and it'll do its thing. What Bot is talking about is instead of using redstone clock, we're going to take this faucet off and put a fluid extraction cable on here, which will then pull the fluid out, put it in, and we're probably going to do the same thing. Take an item extraction table, pull it out of the casting table, and put it into a chest, probably right here. Sound about accurate, sir?
yeah. Um, that and that for anybody who may have been with us on the first one last week. Um, we you would know that we built the floor over here 2 blocks deep, so that when we break things like the casting table or anything like that, it doesn't fall through and go into nothing and waste the material. Um, so that is about to come in very, very handy. Um,
Speaking of, I'm about to put a casting basin so I can pour some of this iron into blocks. Why?
go for it.
Well,
I out of all that's smelting, I only need 48 of them. Um, because I will be expanding the smeltery.
that's fine.
Um, so for anybody not aware, the smeltery here has a finite number of things that you can queue up to smelt at any one time. So what I've done is
Oh
I put a
yeah.
chest in. As you can see there, the iron ambers are going down into this hopper. They are being placed essentially into a queue so that when there is space opened up here in the actual smeltery, they'll just go ahead and fill in. So
So
that's just part of the automating process.
yeah, we are all about automating things.
Oh yeah.
Gives us more time to do fun things. All right, so I need to see how many blocks of iron I have as soon as this one finishes. By the way, did you ever plant the sugarcane seeds, or did you ever make any?
I did not.
Okay.
You know me and my smeltery. I kind of got distracted,
Wow,
allegedly.
that is fine. Um,
Good.
what do I'm assuming we need a bunch of bricks to make these extraction cables, right?
Um,
No, not the extraction, just the actual cables, which we are gonna need some of. So,
I
uh,
don't remember exactly how to make the cables.
I tell you what, I will work on the
E
cables and the extraction and the sugarcane while I let you work the smeltery. How's that?
well then here, it's dangerous to go alone. Take those.
Ah, dangerous to go alone. Thank
Oh, and
you.
the
What?
weighted pressure plate. I also
Oh,
made that already.
yeah,
So
that'd be handy. Thank you.
here,
All right. I will let you work on that. I'm also going to work on getting some bricks going, because we are going to need some. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4.
yes.
All right.
All right. We have sugarcane. Well, we have sugarcane seeds planted, but same thing.
All right. And we have 4 stacks
Um,
of clay ready to go. So the
if this bot could type. All right. Oh, that's not a problem. 2 iron resin, 1 petrified
item
coal
extraction.
sapling, and red. For some reason, we need red to make bread. Who knew?
Reds. What are you making?
Redstone sapling.
Oh, okay. Then I will let you do that.
Where?
Yeah, I forgot twerking doesn't work on the sugarcane.
Nope, bone meal.
Eh, I'm not that worried about it right now.
Nor am I.
Alright, so I need a
Oh,
chest.
I do actually need bone meal though. Actually, I mean, yes. Ah, I don't know why this thing keeps giving me what I need on the first try, but I love it. Shoot, and we got beetroot seeds, which I was just reminded this morning that 1 beetroot also turns into a red dye.
Really?
So
I'm not sure I
once you
was
get a
aware of
farm
that.
going, I probably looked it up at one point in the past. It sounded familiar, but um
Wonder if I have to do it this way.
but yeah, because I needed red dye. Actually, technically, I needed purple dye because I was making an auto crafter that did not end up doing what I wanted it to. But it took 4 purple dyes. I'm like, cool, lapis, that's easy enough. Red.
Right.
Goody. Where do I get red from? And I looked it up and it's like, wait, you can get that from beetroot? Did I know that at some point?
We both may have, but I don't recall knowing that.
Right.
So, in the spirit of automation, look at this. I know it's super basic because we don't have um, our item extraction cables, and it's very clunky, and I will fix that later. But we have automated fuel going into the furnace, and automated items going into the furnace, into the top, so that we can automated smelt whatever, such as our bricks.
Nice.
And so I'm going to try and set up another hopper and bop it into a chest over here, or more likely, I'm going to just wait until we can get an item extraction cable and do it that way.
There you go.
So, but at the very least, I can just come over periodically and get bricks, and because we're going to need a ton of bricks, because to make the item extraction cables from, I believe it's cyclic, yeah, from cyclic. The extraction cables themselves are for nuggets, a dropper, and a weighted pressure plate usually. But the cables that extend the runs are made from brick stairs and nuggets, and brick stairs are made from 6 bricks, and each set of bricks is made from 4 brick. So we need 24 brick to make the 6 bricks so that we can make 8 cables. And we're going to be using quite a few of them, so we're just going to go ahead and get those automated. Alright. Long explanation to say we need to do the thing.
And take a breath. All right. Take that from there. Over.
Right.
All right. And for
Make this.
anybody new, what I'm... Oh, that's kind of an issue. Okay, that's fun. All right, sure, why not? Basically, when you put water into an oak cauldron like this, and then you slam a mud into it, and then hit it 4 times with leaves, you get 4 grass blocks out. So it's a very cheap way to multiply how much dirt or grass you have. So because we only had 2 and I didn't feel like making another dirt, that's my cheap and easy way of getting more.
Can't beat it.
Nope.
I really hate the manual squeezer.
Oh, I do too.
Am I actually getting... I didn't even mean to automate this. I put it by the chest, and I'm like, where's my wool going? It's putting it right into the chest. Okay, I'll accept that.
That's awesome, actually.
Right? I'm like, why am I not getting it? But that...
Do you know how long I actually had to deal with a manual squeezer when we were doing ocean block?
Yes, for forever.
Oh yeah, that one was annoying. Um,
So the end goal today, like I said, is we're going to try and get some power generation. We're going to try and finish out some of the advancements on the first page. Hopefully, as long as it's not too ridiculous, we'll finish getting all of the trees, although that may not happen. And we're going to do a whole lot of automation. And one of our favorite things to automate is the squeezer, which takes power, which we don't have right now. But we're going to get there.
yeah, yes.
How many wool do I
Uh,
need for the beds? 6, I think, for each.
are you needing the iron in block form? I guess it can't hurt to keep it in block form
Yeah,
when possible. But...
yeah. If while you're smelting, I would do it in block form, just because you can turn it into ingots super easy that way.
Well, yeah, that, and we're currently still on a limited amount of space here.
Yes. Also, we now have beds,
Oop.
which I thought. Right click on a bed. Sleep in a bed. Oh, I have to wait till nighttime. Oh, nope, there we go. All right. We made the advancement. Throw that in there and that in there. Those I'm not using them right now. I'll pull those out. All right. How are we doing on the redstone tree so far?
I just got the I forgot to change the bonsai pot into a hopping one before I
Gotcha.
planted it, so I just got done
Oh, but we
doing
have
that, and I'm replanting.
the
Of
sapling.
course,
Sweet.
of course.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, so
Put those in there because I don't need them.
we need to make another um, Cobble Gen. So, Bot is going to want us to get to a nuclear reactor as quickly as possible, which is probably not going to happen on this stream.
Oh heavens, no, that's gonna take a while.
But to get us
It
started, we're going to start off with magmatic generator or something like that.
um the geotherm.
Yeah, geothermal. It's magmatic
Yeah,
and yeah, ocean bottom.
yeah,
Ignore me,
yes,
like
yeah.
usual.
Yeah. To give you an idea, by the way, since you know some of the harder to get to materials, to get started was roughly 93 steel, 93 each of steel, boron, and lithium just to get started on casings
Oh,
for the
nice.
nuclear.
That's
And that's not even counting all the nonsense that goes inside it to run it. So yeah, it took an insane amount of resources that a lot of which have to come from other dimensions and are going to require pigs.
yeah. So that is a not today thing.
Oh no. No, it's not.
Alright. Well, thank you for reminding me. So yeah, so we're gonna start off with our wee little geotherm today, and we will go from there. All
All
right.
right. Good. I did all that work and I only needed one redstone, but that's fine. How much more is there?
Right. And I'm going to. It can't be clay buckets.
Um, it can. They'd probably
I,
both have to be the
I had
same
to
kind
find
of
the right
bucket.
recipe. It's a separate recipe for the clay one.
What do
Stupid
you mean?
JEI. If you go to cobblestone generator, the crafting recipe that's on top is only for actual metals type buckets. There's one specifically at the bottom that uses clay buckets. I had to pick a different recipe to auto add to JEI.
Oh,
It's weird, but you know what? It works. Alright, we're gonna get at least to level 2, because 2 or 3 is diamonds, and we don't have a diamond tree yet. Alright, where are we going to, want to put power? Probably over here?
wait, no, that's literally the same recipe.
It is, but if you try clicking the plus button on the top one or the middle one, and you have clay buckets of water and clay, it will not move
Oh,
them. It's the same
I
recipe,
see
but
what
there's one just for clay buckets.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought you were saying that they were different recipes, and it's like I've made it both ways. I know it's not.
They're
That's
different
one of
only
the
as far
few
as
that I know.
JEI is concerned, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That I have run into before, but I guess at this point I know this pack so well that it just doesn't register that something's different.
Right. So, where do we want to put our power gen? Over here on this facing, or
Yeah, that's probably going to be best.
okay? Then I'm going
Um,
to and handy building trick. Put water on the edge of the world.
yes. Um,
Also handy for if you happen to fall off the edge of the world, you can very quickly get back into the water instead of falling through, or
well,
you
maybe
can
you can.
you can fall off and then hopefully very carefully nudge yourself into the water so that you don't take fall damage whenever you save yourself.
Every time for me. I've never gotten it to work right.
Well, I also jumped
I'm
off right beside the water and just barely scooched myself, which is why it worked.
fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do this, and the reason I put another layer of blocks behind where I'm putting this cobblestone gen is because if I do break it, and I don't want it to chance falling off the world. Not that it's expensive to make, but let's not waste if we don't have to.
Right.
So I'm gonna make a crate for that as well.
All right. Can I get the 4 nuggets and like 4 of the gold nuggets back from you
I don't know,
and
can you?
the pressure plate?
Sorry,
Thank you.
that side was showing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's just one of
that
those
is where she
things. You,
gets it from.
yeah, you don't ask, can I? Because I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. May I? Oh yes, I suppose you may. Why?
I
Because English.
haven't I haven't actually slept in like 3 or 4 days, so give me a break.
Breaking off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. If you don't want puns, don't give me openings, but I have a feeling then we wouldn't have anything to talk about. Because there's something for everything.
Okie dokie then.
And bot goes radio silent. Alright,
Alright. I
what
just
are we
need
doing? Do we have redstone? Is that what you're making as the extraction cables?
yes.
And while you're doing it, can you make um, a couple of atom extraction cables?
Of course I can.
Will you make a couple of atom extraction cables?
There we go. See? See? Cuts both ways, doesn't it?
And I'm okay with that because I was expecting it.
I know.
Alright,
Alright. So, now...
ah,
Oh, why is that? Alright.
redstone
That's...
torch and you can turn it off on
Oh,
that one side. Yeah.
cool.
Remember, these are for cyclic cables. You configure them by holding a redstone torch and I think it's right-clicking. And so on this one, you would right-click while pointing at the seared tank over here, and it should put a little gold blocker on that left side so that it's not fluid extracting into the seared tank. You're finicky. You have to get it just right. I didn't mean to pick that up.
That's okay. Hold on. I have an idea.
Break the tank. Yep. And then
Oh no,
no.
breaking the tank would be barbaric.
All right, there you go.
Alright. Thank you.
Ta-da! See? And now it has a little gold blocker so it doesn't connect. You can have that back. I didn't mean to pick it up. I apologize. I'm going to go under it and put another third layer because we're going to have to use our second layer for routing cables and stuff.
Right. Ah.
Taking damage because I can't. Okay. Go and then put the last one down there. Boom.
Because we are not yet androids with upgrades to not need oxygen.
We can dream.
Yep.
I dream in binary. Actually, we're going to need to break that again because you have to be below it whenever you place that item extraction cable. Have you made that, or do I need to do that?
No, you know me, I got distracted. Oh,
It's
I
fine.
can take
I got it. You
Yep.
are doing other things. I can help.
I can too. I'm just I just hate having a small uh,
Small hinges bin?
smeltery.
Okay.
Wow.
Quite sure where we were going with that.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you are doing this and you are having trouble getting it to right click onto the bottom of the casting table, you have to hold shift while you right click, which means you have to get up above where you're aiming and very quickly hold shift and right click, because shift obviously makes you sink in water. So, a little difficult, but worth it in the end. Alright, so I'm gonna go make some actual item cables now. And then put a chest. So item extraction cable to item cable to a chest, which is going to put the chest at floor height. And that, and boom, we have automated casting. So he's got the seared stone in there. The fluid extraction cable is taking it out as soon as it empties and pouring into the cast. And then the item extraction cable is pulling it out of the casting table, putting it through the item cable and into the chest. So automated smeltery, all you have to do is throw stuff in. We could also automate this seared faucet if we wanted. This one over here for the casting basin, but then you would end up with odd amounts. You'd have, like if you had 10 ingots worth, 12 ingots worth, it would pull, like if you had 8 ingots worth, it would be doing ingots over here and it would do a partial block. So it wouldn't fill it up, so you'd either have to put ingots in and wait for it to fill, or you'd have to break it and waste the fluid. So we just do those manually, so that we don't have to run into that.
Right.
Which I guess it would have been better to have put the seared faucet, the casting table on this side and the basin here, and we wouldn't have had to worry about doing that adjustment on the cable to not go into the tank. But oh well, it's done.
And it happens. Okay.
So I'm gonna break this
We
lever.
All right. We are making glass.
Alright, I'll make a pickaxe real quick so I can break this thing. I think it's, yeah, there we go. Having to break the squeezer to get out of the way. We don't use it for a lot, and I mainly wanted it so we could make the beds. Later on, I'll use it to make an automated squeezer, which I'm going to look at here in just a minute. So we don't need it right now. So I'm going to break this chest. I don't know why I put stuff in there. I have had coffee, just apparently not enough. Then I'm going to make another item extraction cable.
Oh, I didn't make enough sand. That's okay. We have more. Just dawned on me I only made enough sand for the first 2 layers of the smeltery.
Why is that not extracting? It's on. So you'll find that sometimes the mods work weird with some of the default Minecraft things. Like you can see I put an item extraction cable, and it's not extracting the bricks out. It's possible I have to put it on the bottom, so we're going to test that real quick. Because, you know, why would Mojang have made it easy, you know, for people to mod and do whatever they want?
Yeah.
Admittedly, they made it easier than they could have.
This is true.
I will give them that. I'm going to try and put this on the bottom. Oh, I did not want that to go to that table. It does apparently work, though. You have to put it on the bottom. So, go figure.
Cool.
I need to make a redstone torch real quick. Off.
Do you want mine?
I need to keep one on me anyway.
Here, you're better at using them than me anyway, so just go ahead and take mine.
Fine. I'm not sure that's exactly true, but I will take the compliment where I can get it.
Oh no, it's definitely true.
So in the grand scheme of things, I am usually the engineer. I'm usually the one doing the blood stuff, automating things and stuff like that. But Ott has gotten much better at it since we started playing together. So
Yes.
that there, break this. This is how I wanted to do it anyway. I was honestly just trying to be lazy. So
Isn't that what we usually end up wasting most of our time on, is working towards trying to be lazy?
yeah, something like that.
It's okay. Boom.
Alright, so bricks are now going into the chest the way we wanted. It's very cumbersome. I could set it up with just item cables and one chest, but we already have this built and it'd be a waste of hoppers to not use it. So we're just going to have this basically be the dedicated brick maker. Because we're probably going to use a smeltery for everything else. Ah, you put a seared window on the front. It's so pretty.
Right? Although I do believe the word you were looking for is extraordinarily practical.
Also pretty.
Sure, fine. We'll
It's
go with
functional
pretty.
and fashionable. Alright.
Do, 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 do.
Some more sand acorns. Alright, so while we're doing that, I'm going to look up the automated squeezer. It is 2 batteries, a diamond, and obsidian. Obsidian is ridiculously easy to get. I'll do it real quick just to show. So you take and put a torch underneath a cobblestone cauldron, right click to put your 4 cobblestone in to fill it up, and then you take a bucket of water and right click on top of it, and boom, you get a obsidian. No diamonds needed. I love how easy it is. But diamond is not quite so easy. So fill that back up, let the rain fill that up, and I'm gonna start working on all the trees.
Is it not?
Create or craft a cobblestone generator and fill all the slots of a vanilla chest. Open the chest to complete the advancement. Oh, that's easy enough.
Do we have lapis already?
I don't think so, not yet.
Okay.
So there's an advancement for filling a vanilla chest with cobblestone. So I'm gonna break that crate, which still has our 705 cobblestone in it, and throw one of these chests on top. I can aim today, so that we can have that one working away. There we go. We'll come back to that in a little bit and have that advancement done.
We do have lapis, we just never
Ooh.
planted it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, okay. I need a resin. Okay. Uh, what I need is a silver tree. How does get tree?
With tree.
Oh no.
I am not wrong though.
You ain't right neither.
We've done that for years.
Yes.
Alright, so stop slabbing yourself. Save space and craft a crafting slab, furnace slab, and chest slab. Okay, I'm going to work on that just to get that advancement out of the way.
Alright.
Crafting slab. A crafting table and a stick. Oh, some wood. Get a half a stack of sticks.
It's the one thing I hate about showing you all the different ways you can make these different recipes is, especially when it comes to using stone. Okay, yeah, it does have to be stone. Okay. It takes forever for it to circle around.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure how helpful this is going to be. We're going to do this. I'll throw those right there. I'm going to put crafting... I don't know why I did this. I did it because the game told me to, okay? It's not like I wanted to do it.
It was fun.
Hey, there you go. Just for kicks and giggles, I'll throw the crafting slabs right there and the furnace slab. Out of curiosity,
Yes.
how much wood can it hold? Ah, yeah. It can only hold a half a stack in each area because it's a slab. So, just for kicks and giggles, we're going to have those working and making some coal because why not? Had to make them, so we might as well use them. What are their advancements? We need a stone crook, so I want to make that real quick. Not that we're going to use it a ton because we went ahead and did the bonsais, but it would help if I can actually craft a crook. Oh, it sticks. Oh,
Yeah. It's
I was being an idiot and using actual cobblestone for some reason.
alright. I need to put a grindstone down. Is there any particular place you want it to be or
Right now it's kind of
not?
free for all.
Okay.
Just wherever. Um, Either by the end of this episode or most likely next episode, I am going to start building the mega platform.
Ah, okay. Cool.
So,
I am just about to get us our silver amber
ooh, very nice.
so
That's
that we
super
can
helpful.
have, yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you figured this out when you are looking up how to get the molten whatever to pour over the saplings or what have you. Um, when you go to the like melter tab and there's like 13 pages of stuff you can smelt to get
Hmm.
the molten silver.
Yeah.
If you scroll up once, the last three items, it obviously loops around, so it'll take you to page 13. Uh, the last three items are always acorns, resin, amber.
Oh, that makes sense. That's good to know.
Yes, it is very, very uh, easy to find.
Do we have any dirt? I need dirt.
Yeah,
Dirt.
it's in the dirt chest.
Is it a jar of dirt?
I've been
In a
up
jar
for
of
way too long.
dirt.
I cannot place that reference off the top of my head,
Pirates of the
and I
Caribbean.
know.
I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a
Oh
jar of
yeah,
dirt. Yeah.
that's right.
Bye.
All right. I need a little bit of attention on this one. 2 lead, 2 tin, 4 petrified.
Uh-huh. Okay. Why do you need it? You need me to do something with it? Like, I gave you my attention, I just feel it wasn't
No,
useful.
no, no. No, I was just kind of poking fun at last week's stream
Oh.
when you thought I had misspoken. I'm like, I mean, you can watch it back.
Yeah. Sure. Alright, so you're working on the silver amber and the silver sapling, which is going to get us to diamond. We need blue slime sapling. Right-click on a
Uh,
cauldron filled with milk while holding a lapis sapling.
yeah. Um,
How does get cow?
I don't remember if we can get a cow without a market or not, so we may have to go ahead and just bite the bullet and make a market.
I'll make a market. Okay.
Um,
Um,
that being said, before we do that, we might want to get unless you need the blue slime like now, which it honestly takes a while once you get it anyway, but I would recommend starting a farm for crops first.
uh-huh.
Because we already have a start on some of the seeds, and if we get what we have planted first and get a good stash of crops going, that'll make our initial purchases at the market basically instantaneous
Okay, I
as
will
soon as we put.
do that. Eh,
What does? Oh man. Oh no, that's fine. This is fine.
I need leaves. I need a crap ton of leaves.
Um, we should also probably consider planting that finding one of those lapisi, lapis, whatever, at some point.
I will leave that up to you because I'm going to spend the next several minutes clicking and making dirty water. So,
Okay.
I apologize.
Um, no, you're fine.
Aw,
Okay.
thanks. Throw a boost to my self-confidence, that.
Not what I meant. You know it's not what I meant.
I know, but it's so much more fun to pretend it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, whatever, me. Although I have a feeling you're gonna whatever you want.
Very much.
I really wish that they would let me use grass blocks to make the mud instead of just dirt blocks. It would save a step. Alright.
Yeah. That's why we can't have nice things.
Usually. Alright, those are. Ooh, we have sugar canes. Nice.
Neat.
Alright, I have to eat something off the world. I don't need that.
You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna use this thing now. Oh, whoops. I am not gonna chance that.
What's that?
I'm making an iron pickaxe. Would you like one?
I have a stone one, so not at the moment, but I do appreciate the offer.
Oh. I'm doing it because I don't know if a stone one will be enough to remove without breaking the fluid extraction cable, and I need to remove it temporarily.
It is because I tested it with the other, but we've got the iron. Go ahead and make one.
We do.
Just so that those of you that know, a stone pickaxe is plenty for removing the fluid extraction cables. You can actually do them with just an open hand. It's just not quite as fast.
Can you? They don't break. Okay, see, I'm learning now.
I'm pretty
I
sure I've done
I
it.
always I always make sure my stuff is like hyper updated. You know, like so that I've got something that there's no chance this won't work kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I said,
I
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've broken in one with just a hand.
yeah.
But it's always better safe than sorry, especially whenever you're in a game where you can't find resources. You have to create your own. So,
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
obviously, we do.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, we do, but people don't.
Hmm. Are we not
We as
people?
not. No.
I mean, you're not. Well, no, we're not. I'm a
Nope.
llama and you're a robot.
Yes. Proud of it.
Me too. I'm definitely not a sheep.
Whoops.
All right. There we go. Now I have a stack of dirt. I shouldn't have to do that again. I got a stack of dirt.
No lie, I totally forgotten about that one. Probably because I don't actually watch that movie very often.
Well,
It's
it's been a minute for me, and it's definitely time for a rewatch.
yeah. I don't know why that thing gets slammed so much. Like, I actually enjoyed that one. Like, admittedly, I think 1 and 3 were stronger, but I mean, 1 definitely was. 3, I think, was, but
See,
it
and
is
and
not
I'm one
quite.
of those weirdos that I fall into the category like, why are we rating and comparing movies? I enjoy all movies for what they are, and everybody. It seems like so many people go into movies with an expectation of what it has to be, and if it doesn't live up to it, they get disappointed. I avoid that by just appreciating what it is. Now, certain things, there's no real saving. Green Lantern. But for most movies, even the terrible ones, I can appreciate them for what they are.
Yeah, there we go. Now, that being said, Pirates 4 was awful. The Force Awakens was awful.
I enjoyed them.
And I would say Confinement, but. Oh man, I got super sad yesterday. The one piece of mail I got yesterday just reminded me how poor I currently am. It was the once every couple of months mailer from my local symphony, which is an amazing symphony. They like to do uh like they'll play a movie, like actually project it, and the symphony will play the score live
Yeah.
with the movie.
I've never been, but it does sound wonderful.
Um, I actually did see the first Pirates of the Caribbean that way. I
Lucky.
saw Raiders last year, I think. Last year or early this year.
Mm,
Went and saw Raiders that way, and it was awesome, of course.
nice.
Uh, they got a couple good ones this year. Uh,
Not to
this
interrupt, but opinion.
yeah, yeah.
And then I'll let you go again. We want to do the farm on the other side of where I'm at now, like the other side of the animal pen, or
Uh,
do we want to do it behind the trees?
yeah. Now, where? Okay, where are you thinking about building mega platform?
We're standing on it. This is the starting block. This is going to be the center of Mega Platform. So basically, I'm going to build Mega Platform around, and then cannibalize and replace this all with the stone.
Okay.
So
Um,
eventually, everything will go to the multi-layer
I
that we're talking about. But for now, we need something. Or should I go
I mean
ahead and
it doesn't matter. Um, I mean, yeah.
wait? Hold. This will be my answer. Can we make? Oh, what are they? Not ladders. What's the other thing?
Scaffolding?
Yeah.
Yes. There are 3 kinds actually, and I just learned about this yesterday or the day before. Um, we want, I believe in JEI, it's the reinforced scaffolding, Um, it's actually pretty good.
Fragile, responsive, and replaceable.
Yes. So when you break them with it doesn't matter what, uh, and they break with literally one hit, it just drops and or flies into your inventory. Fact, I was gonna build a stack of those myself for getting up the smeltery.
That's not what I had intended.
Just
But
break them below you. You can go down one block at a time safely.
yeah, so I was
I
thinking of
have still
scaffolding
tested
more in
that.
like how current Minecraft has scaffolding you can go in the middle of and go up.
Yeah, I
Like an
know.
elevator without ender pearls.
Yeah, I knew what you were hoping for, but and I apologize for not explaining better, but
You're a terrible
or
explainer.
I am. See what I was looking for. Ah, there we go. Bricks. Um,
Alright, so I'm just gonna do this. But now we have some scaffolding to use for other things. So I'm gonna
oh
start our
yay,
farm up here.
there is fertile soil. Let's see. Want that.
Alright, so we're gonna go 3, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, all right. And that's a thing. And now I need
Should I
to.
go ahead and tell them what we're going to be doing with the platform or wait?
I would say that would be your call. It was your idea. You can decide when to reveal.
Now, for those that are wondering what I'm doing, then double
Because
check.
I'm a terrible explainer.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, just building up the tension. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Okay, sorry, I had to do the counting. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning this original platform into a giant circle. So we're going to have a huge circular platform, and then we're going to have slightly larger platforms below it, slightly smaller platforms above it, with different things on each level. The main level is going to be where our smeltery and our um, tinker stuff and the stuff that we use all the time are going to be. This level up here is going to be animals and farming, or possibly animals and then farming on one above it. Down below is probably where we're going to be putting our giant storage area because we're going to eventually do um, storage cabinets and simple storage before we get to a more complicated storage system later on. And that takes quite a bit of space and running a lot of cables. We'll probably end up doing a generator on a platform of its own or possibly on the storage platform. And basically, we're going to turn this into a giant circular tower. Is the plan. It should look really freaking cool whenever we're done. It's just going to take a lot of work to make it happen.
Yes. And I really wish we didn't have to do all that before building a building gadget because those are amazing.
Tell me about it.
But
What does it take to make a building gadget again? I even forget.
um I don't remember, but I do know for sure that it has to be charged.
Valid, which we're nearly 2, but still.
Sure.
Alright, so we're nearly done.
I am so tempted on the important things like the metals and that. I'm really, really getting tempted to start removing the wood, sticks, and leaves.
Go for it.
Do that when I have time. Like, I'm not just sitting here playing a video game, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of focused on a mission at the moment, so.
Isn't it an impossible one?
No, and easy way to tell is I don't run constantly.
Good call. Me either. Running is for
Actually,
zombie bait.
Yep. And pro tip of the day: you do not have to outrun the zombie. You only have to outrun the guy next to you.
Or you have to sneak, you have to very surreptitiously duck to the side out of sight while the guy that's faster than you is leading the zombies, and then you can just hit them all run by and chase the faster person. There are 2 options.
Yes. Yeah, you can always go the Zombieland way. They had some of the best zombie kills in those 2 movies.
They really did.
Did you see the second one?
No, not yet. It is on the to watch list. It is ready and waiting. I just have not made it there yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Alright, so whenever, and also for those that are new to the channel and new to the stream, we are trying to figure things out. I am going to be doing editing of some of these so that, you know, in the long play, if you want to sit and watch us talk for 4 hours, sure, thank you. If you don't want to do that, then we will have edited versions that are going to be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how much boring stuff like what I'm doing right now is going on. So eventually there will be multiple different playlists, depending on what you prefer to watch.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about that this morning about like, hey, do we want to, have the long plays and split it up as well into the sped up, we're just chit-chatting while we do our thing, and have a separate one for any kind of tips and tricks.
Yeah, I honestly think at some point we'll probably have 3 video styles. We'll have the long play where it's just, us playing and chatting, and the full length 3-4 hour videos. We'll probably have shorter 20-30 minute ones where you get the gist of what we're working on and it explains some of the more important things. And then we may even do like tutorial videos where we set up, a bunch of crafting stations and show you the recipes and show you step by step how to do it, and explain everything instead of kind of doing it as we play like we're doing now. That may come later, depends on how many people we get to watch and whether or not that's something they're interested in. I guess we'll go from there. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a brand design.
And linked in our video description on the last one and probably on this one too, is going to be a channel that we have learned a lot from as far as automation and how to set things up. Has phenomenal tutorial videos. You want to let them know who that is?
Yeah, that would be Only Draven. He is fantastic. We wouldn't be half where we are if it weren't for him.
That is accurate. Very, very well laid out tutorial videos, like the essence of what a tutorial video should be, and super helpful tips and tricks that go beyond just this is how you do the thing. It's also this is how you do it, and then here's a separate one for this is the best way to automate the thing.
Yep. Matter of fact, I was watching one of his this morning.
Oh, crap. Not that you were
What's up, brother?
watching it. I need to make a
No,
bunch
I.
of torches. Um, I'm building this
Okay.
platform up in the sky, and I haven't lit it, and I don't want zombies and spiders to rain down on our heads.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I will bring you torches.
Thank you.
Do that. So normally a stick and a piece of coal would be enough for 4 torches. However, if you're strapped for resources, 1 coal acorn and a stick is 1 torch. Go away. Back up. And I think the
Thank you.
oh, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, and if you're watching my stream, all that yellow nonsense that just popped up on the ground is me turning on the hey, what's not lit up yet button, which is F7, is the probably the single most helpful key. Uh, can you drop one of those down at me?
Yep, one on
Thank you.
top of the furnace there, and we're also gonna need one on top of the smeltery over here. I'll drop one down. It's over by the casting basin.
All right.
Yeah, I was looking at that right. I was about to drop it right whenever you asked, so good timing. Yeah,
All right.
that is a very handy
Um,
key. Unless you like getting attacked randomly, and then don't turn it on or don't bother filling in the getting rid of the excess.
yeah, no, the only time in SkyFactory that we tend to get attacked is when we make stupid decisions like, hey, I think it's time to go to the Nether. Which, by the way, if you're not familiar with this version of Minecraft, the Nether is
OP.
horrible.
Yeah.
There are, I would argue, 3 or 4 times as many mobs easily.
Yeah, I was thinking 4 to 5, but yeah, sounds about right.
Um, do you have the scaffolding on you?
Um, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
And the Nether is literally lousy with mobs, but it is useful, and we will explain a little more later why, other than the obvious. But definitely don't go until you are prepared.
Yeah.
And we're not there yet.
Ooh. We need a little bit more, I would argue, a little bit more advanced materials that I can make better armors and weapons with and tinkers. And then we can maybe go, but take a lot of food, a lot of torches, and a bucket or 2 of water because it does actually work in the Nether in this version.
And some cobble.
Yeah.
Just because it's, smart to. Not a necessity, but I always take at least a stack.
Right.
Alright. Dude, this
So,
is taking forever.
so are you doing animals or crops up there?
Actually, probably both,
Okay.
like half and half, something like that.
Okay.
So at some point, I'm gonna come over. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Break all this.
Okay.
I love vein mining.
Um, do what?
I love vein mining.
Oh, yeah, it is seriously the best. Um, what was I looking for?
Your sanity. I'm not sure if you found it or not.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Good to know. If I find it, I'll let you
The
know.
You won't. I'll just save you the time now.
I mean,
The closest I was on the verge of sleep yesterday for the first time in 3 days when my phone went off and it was a recruiter asking if I was looking for work, which I am. Goes through all the usual questions, gets to takes forever to get to the point and ask if I'm interested in a specific type of work. I tell him I am not, uh, that I'm not looking for that kind of work right now because I've done it in the past and hate it. I did not say that. I was more professional than that. I just said not at this time. Straight hangs up on me. Not a
wow.
Yeah, my blood pressure definitely spiked and can I considered for several minutes calling him back just to chew him out for being unprofessional.
That's extremely like if that's not. So I've noticed there's an increase in stories like yours in the current job market,
Yep.
where you have terrible recruiters who, and if you are a recruiter and you are listening to this, just some feedback from an employee. If you're that kind of person, you should make sure the person's interested in what you're selling and what you're offering before you go through everything else. But hey, I'm a recruiter of such and such. We're looking for people for this kind of role. Is that something you're interested in? Yes or no? If it's yes, then by all means spend 2 hours of their life going through your litany of questions. If they're not, save everybody some time about okay, well thank you for your time. Have a nice day. If that changes, this is my number. Don't just hang up on people.
Yeah.
Don't waste people's time.
Yeah. Turns out we don't like that.
No. And even if somebody does become interested, they aren't going to be interested for your company. It's not that people don't want to work, they just want to be treated with at least a modicum of respect by the employers. Employers are no longer in the position where they can treat employees like they want and have an endless supply. There is a near endless supply of workers, but they're all going to demand respect from their employers because, let's be frank, we're living in 2022. That should just be a thing. It shouldn't have to be asked for. It shouldn't have to be negotiated. You shouldn't have to say it's a perk. It should just happen.
Yes. That is 100% true. And I'm going to get another bucket of water.
Sorry, that's just a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, having spent my entire career basically working in customer service and reading stories about how employers treat people and talking to other people that have dealt with the current job market, which I'm blessed enough to not have to worry about because I have a very good job that I'm not worried about the stability of. Um, but yeah, just I've never understood why humanity in general has a problem with treating people equally and with respect. It should just be a given that that's how everybody gets treated. But sadly,
Yeah,
it's not.
correct. Um,
Ooh, sprinkler off
yes.
my off my my high horse. I apologize.
Um, so what else seeds do we have? We have pumpkin, which I hate how long those take to grow. We have melon seeds. Those aren't much better, I don't think. We had seeds.
Oh, I have them on my inventory.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm carrying them around because I'm getting ready to. Yeah, that's me. My bad.
Okay. Um, at the risk of sounding condescending, have you ever placed a sprinkler in here before?
Pretty sure you just put it on top of an empty water source or of a water source, but I'm not 100% sure.
Um, yes, but they are a little tricky. You have to put a um so yeah, they cover a decent area. You've seen our farm in the other one, and it can go bigger than that, I believe. Um, so they cover a decent area, the but yeah, and that's out of one water source block. You don't need a 2x2 for this, but what you do need is a because it goes above the water, you need a block above the ground to place the sprinkler against.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, that makes sense.
Um, I mean, there's the really, really massively inefficient way that I accidentally found before where you can place the sprinkler where it needs to go, like on top of the ground, and then like do this whole pain in the block digging out to the side in the ground and making sure that you've got the space for the water. And yeah, it's just a huge pain and time waster. So yeah, one of the last playthroughs we did, I found that yeah, if you just place that ground level like bracing block basically, uh that is your efficient way to place that.
That is good to know. I will be doing that. Coming down to make some more grass.
Alrighty. Alright, I know I'm getting mildly ahead of myself here, but I don't care. I'm further extending the smeltery before I start making the rest of my tables. Um,
Not a bad
that
idea.
being that being said, since that stone takes forever to cook, I am going to expand this corner to be an actual corner. Ah, did not catch that that was jungle wood. Do not want jungle wood. Want oak.
So, question. So, I know that the sprinkler covers a large area, but do I still have to have a water source block within 4 blocks of the cultivated soil? Like, you know how whenever you're doing regular farming, you can't go any further than 4 blocks from the water to, hoe the ground and actually make it cultivated soil. Does that still happen with the sprinkler, or does it extend that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll look it up here in a
I
second.
I don't know how big is the farm in our other one.
Dude, I don't even
So
remember.
I mean that thing's at least 7 or 8 long, and the sprinkler's in the dead center of it, and it
Which would put
covers all of that.
which would put everything within 4 blocks. So,
Okay, fair enough. But but it also grows the food at a crazy fast rate. So
yeah,
as long as we're harvesting, it really doesn't matter. We don't need that huge of a farm.
fair.
Um, that being said, I don't know. But to give you an idea, the sprinkler is uh 3 iron bars, 3 bone blocks, and a bucket of water, which you do get the bucket back, but that doesn't exactly make it not a pain.
Yeah. I need some more leaves. So, out of curiosity, do you recall what it takes to get ender pearls? I know it's chorus fruit.
Not off the top of my head.
I mean, you know why I'm asking, obviously.
Oh, of course. And I meant to ask you, did you happen to keep the height limit in mind when you built that? Because I don't remember if it can go that high or not.
I think it's less a function. So from what he's talking about is there's elevators you can make that you can hold space like you're jumping to go up to the next one and shift to go down to the one below. They have to be the same color. They have to be placed in direct line with each other. I think it's less a function of height and more a function of how many blocks are between it. So
Um,
I mean, height is part of it, but that's only 13 blocks, so it should work. We will find out.
I
If not, then I'll break the whole thing and start over.
I thought when we were playing Stone Block and I realized they are different mod packs, um, I I thought I had initially tried putting those in what was previously a straight ladder shaft, and I didn't place enough of them initially. Um, yeah, because I think I tried to cheat and do like one at the bottom, one at the top, and it didn't work. And you had to go in behind me and like hollow out all those miniature rooms so we could place like 13 stupid elevators up.
Okay, so the elevator mod, which is apparently the one for SkyFactory 4, there's the elevator mod and then the elevator from Open Blocks, which I'm going to check real quick. So, elevator, it is the elevator mod, not Open Blocks. So, with Open Blocks, there is a limit. For the elevator mod, this has no vertical limit for which the player can teleport. I assume though it might have a limit on how many blocks are between it. So because whenever we were doing it before, we would have like 4 or 5 blocks in between. We'd have solid floors, and it didn't work. So if we do run into it, we'll just have the elevator and then 1 block for the bottom of that floor. So you're only teleporting through 1 block, but I don't think it has that limit with this mod because it does appear to be a different version.
Okay.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of words to say. It should work with no issues. We'll find out when we get there.
Nothing has ever gone wrong when the sentence starts out, it should work.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
never.
that is just
It's not a thing.
science.
Yep.
No.
Scientology level science. I really don't even know what Scientologists actually, believe as a whole. Like what the system is about.
Um, Purely for the purposes of inclusivity, I'd like to not get into that,
That's fair.
simply because as much as I do try to respect everybody's beliefs, it is one of the few that I do occasionally find myself mocking.
Yeah.
And that is wrong. It is a double standard. I understand that. I try to do better, but
We're human.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason I said that because I know that I said it kind of mockingly, and then I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't even know what the belief system is, so I'm not going to delve any further into that topic.
My hot take, such as it
We like hot
is
takes.
is simply that if you're an established science fiction author and you have an entire religion built around stuff you write, I'm gonna question the ever living snot out of it.
That's
Just my
valid.
2 cents.
That's valid.
Um,
I will say that
let's see.
on that topic, and then we'll probably veer away from it, but I am of the belief that almost all religions are basically the same religion with different window dressing. Like, if you look at them, most of them believe and teach the same things. It's just a matter of hierarchy and importance. So I think that, as a race, the human race, we could probably do a whole lot less arguing over religion and a whole lot more of, hey, you have something you believe that's probably really similar to what I believe. And even if it's not, that's okay.
Yeah, I think if we stopped getting hung up on semantics and would just go, hey, wacky thought, hear me out. Let's just not be jerks to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, but we as a species have a very hard time doing that.
And I don't understand that. I'm so disappointed in us sometimes.
Oh, I'm always disappointed in us.
How does make hoe? Ah.
You can't do that to me, man.
Do what?
All right. Actually, I want to take half of those too. Um, oh,
I need a bucket of water.
another what I would call fun tip because I'm a nerd like that. Um, the way I'm so quickly taking half a stack here is I am right clicking, and that takes half the stack, or it rounds one way or the other if it's an odd number. Um, Now what I'm about to do is left click, pick up the entire stack and drag it through my crafting grid, and that just auto-fills it. Presuming there's nothing else in the way. These two are acting as blockers, so it just passes right through and fills the correct spaces.
Alright.
And
Here.
I don't know if I need all these. Get it. I'm taking all of them. I don't care. And boop. Ah, hey. Okay. Bear with me. I am alt tabbing to look at my cheat sheet. All right.
Where did my water go?
What are
That's
you
annoying.
talking about?
I put water up there and it disappeared. I right clicked it into the little space I'd made for it, the 1 block space, so that I could start setting up the farm, and it disappeared. Okay, we have water now. What that was weird, but whatever. Odd things happen.
Indeed.
And for those of you wondering why I'm doing this, water will saturate in a 4 block radius from the source block for farmland. So you take and do 4 in each direction diagonally, and then you go the rest of it, and that is the size that you can farm with 1 water source block. Which that essentially becomes 9 by 9, which is 81 minus the 1 block in the middle. It gives you 80 plots of arable land.
Yep.
I said arable. I feel fancy.
Oh,
Admittedly, it's really not fancy, but I feel that way.
hey, to arable is human.
Wow.
Fight me.
All right, Bender. All right, and the
No.
sprinkler is
I
placed.
I will take being called Bender as a compliment,
It was
but
meant as
only
one.
because I share his overwhelming desire to kill all humans. So yeah, I'll take it.
Interview with the FBI. I'm sure he doesn't mean that really. Or he might. I don't know at this point.
I mean, it's Friday. Who knows anything?
All right.
Um,
So I'm gonna put a double chest down here, um, so that way we can keep up with crops and stuff up here. But I have beetroot growing and I have wheat growing. As you can see, this wheat is already at 57% because the sprinkler is doing its job. So that is wonderful. And I'm gonna start over here in the corner and start working on setting us up for getting animals up here.
by the way, I don't know if you saw the pop up or not, but we does has diamond.
Oh, I did not see that pop up. Thank you. That is
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah. All right. And the diamond tree will now exclusively make diamond things.
Very nice.
It is all acorn saplings and resin. So,
Nice.
see, I remember right? Yep, achievement.
Yay.
Excuse, excuse me, advancement. This isn't the highly monopolized console.
All consoles are monopolized. Don't even go there.
No, but you definitely know the one I mean. So I will
The
go there.
purple one?
What?
How to break the bot. Just throw a random color out.
Uh, actually, that's less random of a color than you'd think. I still have my old Game Boy Color that does still work, and yes, it was the purple clear plasticky one. So
I also had one of
yeah,
those, and I had a Game Boy Advance in the same color, the translucent purple, and purple is my favorite color. Also, for those of you that didn't see in this one, you can right click and it will harvest and plant. I actually think that's in regular Minecraft now. Right clicking to harvest and plant. That's good.
I wouldn't know.
Bot does not play vanilla Minecraft.
Nope.
While I can't really blame him, I do at times play vanilla Minecraft.
But
Oh, shut up. Alright. So there we go. So I now have red, so I'm going to come down and paint the roses.
Queen of Hearts. At least I really hope that's what you were going for.
Yes, it was.
All right. And if anybody's following along on my side of things, what I am doing is very specific. I put that in the wrong spot. Um, if you put these in more or less a certain order, these are the tables for the Tinker's Construct part of the mod, which is what the smeltery is for. you can access all of these through their various tabs, so you don't have to back out of anything. But
It,
they have to be configured in more or less a certain way.
yeah,
So,
it is super useful. Market is ready. Where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it up there at the farm or
I'll do. Hold on. Do me a favor, because we can move it. Um, put it on the edge.
you want to spawn it without the guy?
I- Well, thanks. Spoilers.
Dun dun. Does he just keep falling?
No, he does
Okay.
not circle around.
Not like us. Yeah. So apparently
He
if
just
you
cracks me up every time.
normally whenever you spawn the market, there's a villager behind it. But apparently if you place it right on the edge, you saw him just for a half a second blip right behind it and fall into the void. Apparently if you do that, you get a market without a villager. So that's awesome.
Apparently, he too was not interested in a customer service role.
We need 16 raw corn. Well, how do we get corn seeds?
Um,
8 wheat. All right, I'm gonna go farm some wheat.
the only way.
We need to get cows and pigs specifically to start out.
Oh man, we really can't just make that.
Just make what?
That kind of sucks. The the seeds.
Yeah, I know.
Like
That's
for some of
cumbersome.
the other really useful early game seeds, you can just make them.
Yeah, not
All
that one.
right. Oh man, I need to smelt more.
Get this mountain, sir.
I'm getting. Let's see. So I need 10 cobble and a bunch of iron. No, the only killer is to make the last two good tables we need for the tinker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make a tool forge
Mm-hmm.
and an armor forge. They are crazy expensive.
Define
They
crazy
take
expensive.
okay, so they take one of two different kinds of tables for the centerpiece. Up top is three of these same seared bricks that make up the like the bricks that make up the smeltery, which
Okay.
kind of makes sense. And the legs to make it into a table. It's 4 blocks of iron or whatever way more expensive material you want to make it out of.
Hmm. Why not?
Iron is the
Why not make it
cheapest.
out of ardite or cobalt? You know, because reasons.
Um, I mean, I know you're kidding because I know you know how far off we are from that.
Yes, I do. But hearing you pause and be like, "I hate you a little bit," it's worth it.
Yeah,
What are friends for?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't have any.
That we knew. Um, okay, let's
That took you
see.
entirely too long.
Well, that's because I'm trying to retort and do math at the same time.
Ooh, yeah, that's troublesome.
See, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Wow, way to go there.
What can I say? I like both renditions of that song, both the original and oh, who did the other one? I want to say We Came as Romans did the remake.
Hmm.
It's awesome. It's like metal Taylor Swift. It's fantastic. Um, now let's see. Right,
Yes, ladies
it's
and
going
gentlemen, he's a Swiftie. We both like Taylor around here.
indeed.
We both just like music. Right.
In general, I would say that we're true. Man,
Alright, so where are we at on achievement advancements? We need a bacon sapling and a donut sapling to finish those. We need the blue slime. Oh, Cal, that's what I'm doing all this for. The blue slime sapling. Got it. Welcome to Pain in the Block. You get so tied up in what you're doing, you forget why you're doing it.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I know this one. It
next
vaguely
pack.
is 12.
Hopefully by then we have, viewers and followers and we can do a poll and see which pack we're going to play next.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be nice not to have to pick for once because we always go back and forth. And it usually becomes a bit of an argument.
Okay, I don't know why this has been glitching like this lately.
Oh, did that earlier.
Go to like pick something up in one of these tree chests, and it does the whole like you'll go to spread everything out to take up all the spaces with important things,
Mm-hmm.
and then as soon as you let go, they all auto sort, all the ones you just spread out auto sort into one,
Yeah.
and then another like leaf or some nonsense will spawn there.
Yeah, I've
And
noticed it doing that. I don't know why either.
I this
Blame my
was
server.
there. No, I'm kind of getting a feeling that there might have been. eh, Well, no, there was. Wasn't there an update
Yeah, we're on
in the
4.2.4. We were playing 4.2. So the last time we played through this add and
yeah,
find was 4.2.2, and then they had an update which I think mainly deals with the graves when you die. It was meant to update that and fix something that happened with it.
yeah. Um,
Why is our casting table not auto extracting?
that's one of the glitches. It really is empty. I promise there was nothing there. It looked like it, but there was not.
Oh, I'll put it back in a second. It's weird that it does that. Sorry. I was breaking it as you said something, so that's my fault.
Oh, that's good. That's not a problem.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, for the first two, I saw it too. Like it filled up the whole thing instead of the mold. Okay. Alright, so there's that.
Oh, you know what? One thing I've been doing is
Playing
it.
Minecraft. I'm sorry.
If you're gonna be that guy.
Anyway, one thing have you been
No,
doing?
I've actually been occasionally turning off the fluid extraction cable, like
Mm.
switching it to requires redstone.
Are you okay? I keep forgetting
Because
that's an option. You can just have it require redstone and not break it every time.
yeah, and one of the main reasons I've been doing that is uh in our other one we I recently added another uh, drain, but it goes. Well, no, I guess it. Yeah, it still goes out. Um, and I say that sounds stupid, but you really can have them facing in, and in other versions there are reasons for that.
Mhm.
Um, but in that one, the fluid extraction cable coming out of the drain is specifically for when I need to pass liquefacted coal to my power generator.
Ah,
And I don't want it trying to dump everything or get clogged up with, metal in that pipe or what have you. Um, so I'll throw my liquefacted coal in. I will turn it to always on, then immediately turn it all off because it takes a fraction of a second. And that's it. That's
hmm,
all it takes.
that's good to
And
know.
oh yeah. No, I didn't even like have to find a tutorial or anything on that crazy setup that I sent you the screenshots of. I I was just sleep deprived the other day and had a thought and it turned out to work.
That I'll take it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you do me a favor? Would you make me one more sprinkler when you get a minute?
Um yeah, hold on.
I mean, it doesn't need to
Uh
be now. I'm working on setting up a second farm area, and so it'd be handy to have at some point in the future. Those of you watching what I'm doing, I think we went over this last time, but if you put just regular tools, like the Minecraft tools, in a crafting station with like what it's made out of, such as cobblestone, you can repair it instead of having to break it and make a new one.
yes. And that comes in very, very handy. Um okay. Let's see what I say was
Oh, that's good.
I know it's iron bars and a bucket of water. Bone blocks, that's it. Those, those. Grab my bucket of water.
I'm planting more wheat than anything else. Just
Okay,
FYI.
okay. Okay.
Right. And for whatever reason, this platform is not perfectly square. I got it off by one row over here, but that's okay. This is all temporary. Thank you, good sir.
Hmm.
Put that down. That there. Break that. Oh, that. Boom. I think my cat is snoring. Go figure. All right.
Okay.
I have two rock. I have one rock horn. I need 16 to get the cow. We'll have it soon.
It's either 8 or 16, yeah.
It's 16. It was 8 wheat to get the corn. It's 16 corn to get the cow.
Gotcha. Okay, here.
What?
So, well, I mean, I assumed you were gonna come down to
In just a second, yeah, as soon as this
get your
corn grows
seeds.
and I can plant another one.
Fair enough. No, I was just gonna show you the fun little recipe for this thing. So this starts out with you make a crafting table, then turn it into a crafting station, then you surround it on the four cardinal sides with blank patterns to get the armor stand. Then this nonsense is what makes it a armor forge and lets us make better stuff.
That's a bit much, but you know.
Yeah, and the tool forge was not much better. In fact, it was very, very similar, but we now early game have all of our stuff built, so we can start tinkering at any time.
Nice.
So,
I'm all for
uh,
that. Thank you very much for getting that built for us.
mhm. um,
Yay, 2 corn. How much bone meal do we have? Bone meal.
lots. We have string, right?
There should be some in the string chest. I'm gonna take a stack of that bone meal. Yes, we have the sprinkler sprinkling and doing its thing, but I want to try and speed this up.
Right. All right. Fun fact: you do not need leather to make a book in this version.
Oh,
3 paper, 1 string, 2 blank patterns, which a blank, I want to say you get 4 blank patterns for 2 planks and 2 sticks. Kind of crossing each other. So it is crazy easy to get books in here, which is good because I need 2 of them.
nice. Glad you found an easy way to do that. I found an easy way to get us a cow.
A, a moo cow?
Moo cow.
Yay.
We have cow seeds, but it only grows 1, I think, so we have to buy 2 of them. Alright.
Maybe. Do you have extra bone meal with you?
Yep.
Good. You can use that to help speed up the growth.
Do I just right click on it when it says mature? Yep.
Yes.
Alright, we has a baby cow.
Do, 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 do. Oh, yes, I did that. All right. We have materials on you and the armory addendum.
Nice.
Other than making the smeltery bigger, my setup is complete. Now
Very
we just
nice.
need maths.
Yeah. That is the game. Making mats. Those of you that aren't familiar, mats is materials. It should be self-evident, but just in case it wasn't. I need to stop using big words. Alright, what else do we have? So, we get slime sapling, then we'll need green slimy dirt. How do I get green slimy dirt? Put a cactus in a cauldron with milk. How does one get cactus? You buy it for 8 vines. Hey, do we have any vines?
I know, I'm pretty sure that website got shut down a while ago. Yes, we do have vines.
Good to know. How do you get more vines?
It's a
Jungle sapling.
sapling. Yeah. Couldn't remember if it was jungle or acacia, but yeah, drying rack.
Do we have a jungle tree growing? Because we need some more.
I don't believe we do. But I don't believe they're very hard to make. So we can. Well, I mean, we're gonna want to grow one later anyway when we at least get to the simple combustible generators or whatever. So we can just have it feed the wood in.
Good call.
Thank you. Because jungles are crazy good for that.
Yeah. Apple trees are really good for that too.
This is true.
And I'm just gonna hop what have you done with all the iron? I need 5 iron. Do we have any?
What are you talking about? I had to make 2 tables.
And you being you made exactly as much as you needed.
I did not. I made more.
And
We
it is
still
where?
have in the iron chest.
Oh, okay. You're forgiven.
Wasn't worried about it.
You should have been. You totally should have been. Alright. Cultivating soil.
Alright.
Start drying these.
Let's see. I'm not making these yet. I'm just making the patterns for it, like the stencils, so we can make the parts and eventually make the casts. But
Okay.
large sword blade.
Ah,
You going for that one too?
That would be great.
Awesome. Pickaxe, of course. We need a tool rod. We need a tough tool rod.
We now have 2 cows. Or about to.
Yays. No, we need a binding. Boots, jeggings, chest, and hat. Plates, trim.
Growing up.
It's crazy how much stuff goes into making all these. Ooh, knife blade pattern. Yes.
And it is crazy how much stuff goes into making all this.
Is that a large blade? Is that right? Yes.
And eventually, in the spirit of automation, we will have a harvester up here that will automatically harvest everything and feed into our storage system. We are just not there yet.
Right. All right. I think that's about it. Oh, wait. Wait.
Our 2 cows will be adults in about 2 minutes. I ran out of wheat.
Okay.
acorns. We're about to the
This
point where I won't have to do
is
that again. So, do we have jungle saplings?
Is that crossguard? That's for wimps. Don't need it. Right. I think that's everything. So sword, pickaxe, armor. That's really all we need from tinkers, right? Oh,
Pretty
and
sure.
knife blade, which I got that one too,
Yep.
because that one's super duper important. Uh, do cool. I now have these stencils for everything and can start making parts. And you know what? I oh shoot, I can't do that yet.
Alright, so we now have a mineral sapling.
Nice.
Mineral is super useful because it is what allows us to make batteries, which we are going to want as buffers for um, whenever we get energy production going. Basically, instead of just feeding power directly into whatever it is that you're powering, you feed it into a battery first, so that way, if it's pulling more than the energy production can produce, you have the battery as a buffer before you run out. Super handy.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and plant it because we need some. There we go. Alright, I need one more jungle sapling, and we will be good.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go look at the advancements. Oh, so we literally need the slime sapling, the slime dirt, the donut sapling, and the bacon sapling, and we will have completed all the advancements on the first page.
Yes.
Nice. That doesn't mean we'll have made all the trees, we'll just made all the advancements.
Right. Now, that being said, uh, I I did last night make a new smeltery in our other world.
Mm-hmm.
I misjudged the height because I built it under our main platform,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a little short, but I made up for it by making it really wide.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have automated cookie making, so we can more
Nice.
quickly and hands off get to that stupid achievement. Um,
Which one is that in?
uh, it's the last tab, I think, the end of all things OMGLOL.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, the cookie singularity that takes 10,000 cookies.
Yeah, fill a cookie jar with cookie singularities and right click it. And fill a cookie jar with cookies and right
Um, no, it is so much more involved than that.
I
I've
know.
seen it. I've seen it built. It's absolutely insane. There's also one for making octuple compressed sugarcane, which,
When regular compressed just isn't ridiculous enough.
well, I mean, regular compress is just 9 sugarcane.
Yeah, but still. Octuple.
Yeah.
Why am I not
Uh,
surprised?
I loved when Achievement Hunter did that one or were working on it, and they're like, "What am I doing this for again?" It's for an achievement. Well, that's a real stupid achievement. It is a real stupid achievement, but we got to do it.
We don't disagree, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that was basically the entire conversation. It
Which
was great.
which we're going to get every advancement in here before, like, we call it done. We're gonna beat all the bosses. We're gonna get all the advancements. It's gonna take forever. But yeah.
Oh yes, it will. All right. I need
Uh,
to start dumping these so I can actually have room in my inventory, because I currently do not. Um, so
I made a baby cow. Well, I didn't. The cows made a baby cow, but I facilitated it.
okay, you mean you watched?
Don't make it sound worse than it already does. Family
I'd say I
friendly.
couldn't.
Family friendly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Technically,
Explain
that
your
is
thought
family
process.
friendly.
It is why I was very careful with my wording.
Let's see. Can you roast the corn? You can roast the corn.
Yeah, he's just talked about its mama.
Ah. Alright, so corn is not as good as acorns. That's surprising.
Speaking of which, let's see, I need 30 of those, and that is just straight blasphemy.
What?
Them making corn not good.
Yeah, like it should have been at least as good as a roasted acorn. It should have given you at least one full hunger saturation. Like I don't understand the
It,
logic. It's flawed.
good, good sir. I would argue that real corn is up there with any of the greats.
I would not disagree.
I am a huge sucker for, some well prepared sweet corn.
Roasted corn is where it's at, my friend.
I don't know that I've had roasted.
Oh, dude.
Um,
Okay, so you take and you leave it in the silk and everything like normal. Um, you take and soak it in um, brine, salted water, for hour at least, 2 hours, something like that, just long enough to fully saturate. Then you take and roll it in 2 layers of aluminum foil and throw it on a grill for about 20 or 30 minutes. And whenever it's about done, you can take and peel the silk back, throw some butter in, wrap it back up, and roast it with the butter. And dude, it is amazing. You can actually just throw it directly in the coals of a fire or something and roast it that way, but I generally do it on the grill when I'm cooking other things.
sure.
It's delicious. Alright. Come on, I just need one. Yes, I got my last jungle sapling. We're about to get some cactus. Alright. Break this and go this over here. As soon as this is done, we're gonna start growing some cactus. Very nice looking smeltery you got there.
Thank you.
pattern and stuff. Cool.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, and if you want to join me for a quickie tutorial.
Let me plant this cactus on the snide, and I'll be right there.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's do it.
So, pick a table, doesn't matter which one, but navigate to, say, the armor. No, not the armor forge. Let's go to the tool forge.
Okay.
Um, let's say we want to know how to make the cleaver, which is far left, second from the bottom. Click on that. It tells you and shows you exactly what components are needed. Tough tool rod, large sword blade, large plate, tough tool rod. I use that as a cheat sheet every time if I haven't had it memorized.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Um,
What's up?
I'm just looking. There's a frying pan, a battle sign, the ultimate defensive weapon,
Yeah, it's a shield.
short bow, long bow, just Tinker's arrows. I wonder if you can enchant them with infinity like the regular bow. That is my single favorite enchantment.
Um, I don't know. But why would you want to when shurikens are a thing? You make them unbreakable and
Valid, valid.
you're done.
I'd forgotten about shurikens. Thank you for the reminder. Alright, so I need to go get a bucket of milk. I'm gonna go milk a cow.
Okay.
Cow is milked. Alright. Alright, so the advancements, let's go back over here. We need a lapis sapling. Boom. And then green slimy dirt. Which is cactus into a barrel of milk, so we're gonna get that. We'll get another bucket of milk. I really can't wait till we get to elevators.
Yeah, I know.
But it just didn't make sense to build out even more than we had to whenever I have to replace everything eventually anyway, so.
Right.
Alright, come on, cactus. Can't you put like a redstone clock by the snad to like speed it up?
Yes. It goes very, very quickly.
I'm okay with that. Quick is okay. A redstone, iron,
Um,
and a repeater.
the reason I specifically mention it goes very quickly is I I have I've not had personal experience with this, but I have seen it actually lag and murder servers.
Valid, but on the our first one that we were playing, you had it going and it didn't destroy anything. So I think if we just run one, we should be okay.
It's possible.
I hope. And if not, we'll find out.
Right.
I need 3 stone, so I'm gonna throw a stack of stone in there.
Now, you know the rules. You have to use the stones to destroy the stones.
Yes.
All right.
You have to use the chicken to destroy the chicken. Got it.
Actually, yes. We will have to do that for an achievement at one point.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Mm,
Alright, redstone comparator. Redstone
you'll love
clock.
it. And telling you about it, I will not count as a spoiler because it's one of those experiences like turning into an android that you have no idea what the person's talking about until you see it actually happen.
Valid.
If you, I don't remember if it's an experience pylon or exactly what it is to get a essentially bag of experience. You basically make experience chicken feed.
Mm-hmm.
You grab a mob swab, you swab a blaze. It kind of like DNA encodes the swab, and you combine it with the chicken feed and give it to a chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and it explodes.
Interesting.
It like actually balloons up, pops, and makes some sort of weird noise, and there's music. And it's the music is way cheerier than what your initial reaction is going to be.
Okay. I can appreciate that.
It's the greatest thing, man. They had fun when they made this mod.
Oh. As they should.
Oh yeah. All right. I
What? What?
am roughly halfway through making the various Tinker's casts that we need.
Nice.
I started with armor. I am now moving on to the giant stinking sword.
Dude, just watching this sugarcane grow with this redstone clock is awesome.
Yeah, and I see you started building out like behind this chest. I would consider keeping that going and extend another block or so, a block or two behind all that, because sugarcane, it's especially when it gets really tall, as it
Yeah.
will kind of explode and rain everywhere. So,
Good call.
all right, we have the cast we need for that. How much do I have left?
There
All
we go.
right.
All right.
I might actually have enough gold left for the rest of these parts.
We need a bacon tree and a donut tree. Bacon tree. Figure it out. I need another bloody jungle sapling. Go figure. And bacon
Did you
acorns.
catch did you catch the advancement that just popped?
No, which one? What? Hold on. Sign that. Yeah.
I made a cast for a pickaxe head, even though that was like the umpteenth one I had cast.
Cook
It
pork chops
now
in a squeeze.
decides to make that pun.
Right? Alright, so I need pigs. So cook pork chops in a squeezer gets us bacon. Pig seeds is 16 corn. You know, I think we have that now. Let's go. Alright.
All right.
Oh. Oh, we just got exactly 16 corn. Okay, cool. Pig. Boom, boom, boom. Got the pig seeds. Got it.
All right. What am I making this out of? I kind of don't care.
Bum.
Hmm?
What?
I genuinely don't even know what you said, but that's fine.
I said bone.
Eh,
Make it out of bone.
we'll just go with iron for now since it's been growing the longest. Nah, we'll use tin. Tin's cheap.
Tin is cheap.
I do like the consistency that, like once you know the like the pattern for making an amber, you know the pattern for making every amber.
I agree, although not all ambers are useful, at least that I have found. That one,
Well, this is generally true.
I need to
Why?
buy another pig seed.
Oh shoot, is tin not in here? Oh, I bet tin's not in here. Okay. My bad, but that is okay. Because I need to re-smelt a couple of gold anyway.
What is it that you feed and breed pigs with? Is it potatoes or is it carrots?
Pigs or carrots?
Okay. We don't have any carrot seeds yet, do we?
No.
See what it takes to get carrot seeds. 8 wheat. Hey, how convenient. I have that on me, so let's go. Alright, we now have carrots. Start them in the empty section.
Oh, stop it. Trying to get rid of nonsense. Not add to it.
Dude, this cactus is up at the top already. Look at that. I love how ridiculous that is.
Would you set the redstone clock to?
Whatever it defaults to, I didn't mess with it.
Fair enough.
That's probably insane. Whatever it is. Alright, cool. We have 2 pigs.
A buttload of stone being made for some reason.
Because we'll need it for things at some point, so I figured I'd make a stack while I was doing it.
Fair enough.
Alright, and I just went through a whole stack of bone meal. Don't jump in the farm. Whole stack of bone meal, so that I can get us some carrots to start out.
Alright.
Jump down to 4 minutes. And then I have 2 left to make another pig in a minute. Alright. I need to make... Alright, so that's the bacon tree. What about the donut tree? What does it take? Donut sapling. It takes donuts and sugar, which sugar is easy. Donuts are made by cooked dough, which is made from cooking dough, which you get dough with 4 wheat and a bucket of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And apparently cannot be a clay bucket.
You have a bucket on you?
Yes, thankfully.
Okay.
Let's throw that dough in there real quick. Wait, no, I'm not doing that. I have a furnace over here that's perfect for that.
Alright, I cannot believe I am making this.
What are you making?
You'll see in a minute. Easily one of the stupidest things you can smelt in here. That's sad.
Alright, cooked dough. Cooked dough. Alright, donut tree is made from 3 donuts, and oh my word. Oh, good, okay. That cooked dough should make 4 donuts.
Great.
Now I need to make some sugar. And I need apple sapling. Where is my apple tree? Do we not have an apple tree?
I mean, we did at one point, but
I'm not seeing a label, so I'm assuming we do not.
it's in the double chest there. Kind of like the lapis, being all sad.
Fine, I will make stuff for them. Do we have any iron? I need iron. Can you make me some iron, please?
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, that's too. I think we're about to the point where we're gonna finish the advancements. Once I get the bacon and the donut tree, will be done, and then we can work on the age of farming and enhancement. So, at what point do you want to call us having accomplished our goal for the stream today?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
That's super helpful. Thank you for your input, Bot.
I've basically been playing in some form or another for the past probably 10 or 11 hours. No, maybe 9 or 10, but either way.
You're an addict.
Hey, you've seen me when I get, an idea
A bit
and go,
obsessive and
ooh,
compulsive.
yeah. Did I not fix the iron yet? I thought I had. Maybe I had not.
That is.
There we go.
Oh, bugger, what's the name of that tree? Hey, Bot, what's the name of the tree, the one that gives us the crystals we need for making the batteries, the blue stuff? Mineral, never mind. I remembered finally.
Which you do have planted. Yeah, how much iron do you need?
10. Like, a stack would be great, but I can start off with 10. I just need to make a couple more hopping bonsai pots.
Okay.
Why?
Because I'm getting them together for you.
No, I'm just saying to give you an idea of why I need it.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So
I
that
got you.
way, I need 10, but if you want to do more, that's fine, and this is why I need it.
Gotcha.
Wasn't doubting you, oh great and powerful one. Alright.
I mean, you should. I I can't math. I'm falling apart over here.
Oh, we knew that already.
Well,
What maths do you need done, and I will help.
nah, I got
I'm not quite as good as the human calculator I watched on a video last night, but I'm pretty decent, you know.
it.
All right, pig
And
and
I'm
pig.
telling you, if you want to see a human calculator, you really should check Countdown out. The
Yes,
person that checks the math on that one is, they'll come up with these like ridiculous targets and finite numbers and ways to do things. Nobody will get the answer, and they'll go to her and be like, "Can it be done?" She's like, "Yep. If you said," and she'll like run through it like you should know what, you know, 17 times 34 is off the top of your head. It's ridiculous. I've only seen her not get to it immediately like once or twice.
I think it's 584. 578. I got distracted. It takes me a minute, but I can usually do that stuff in my head. Start with 8 so I can get my apples going.
There was one, this is probably my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts of the episode. Since they're all comedians in the version that I watch, one of them who's been on multiple times as a guest, they get ready to do the numbers round, and one of the guests goes, "You know, you've been doing this a really long time, and I've been on here several times before. Not once, you've got that giant whiteboard and, the marker pens and whatnot. Never once have I seen you draw something really inappropriate." And she's like, "Okay, tell you what, I'll get to some, and then I'll start doing the drawing and see how far I get within the 30 seconds that you guys are working it out." And somebody goes, "How cocky is that? I'll get it right, and then I'll start with the inappropriate stuff." And it's like, yeah, seriously.
But you have to appreciate that level of confidence in your own abilities. Like, bravo.
Oh, she did it too. And this was a drawing so large it took up the entire board. And when she was writing down, how did you get, asking the guests how they got to the sum, how'd you do it? And he's got to sit there and explain the workings out. And she's writing his workings out on her drawing. She's actually using it as a guide.
Wow.
Oh, it was great.
That's awesome.
It was really funny.
Okay. So, we've about run out of space over here, so I'm going to start swinging the bonsais over to the side some.
Alrighty.
Because we have officially run out of room on that for it.
Did I somehow miss you taking the iron out of the
Yes.
chest? Okay, cool.
So is that just the animation being stuck?
It appears to be.
Okay.
Did you get like 24 out?
Yeah, because I used 20 and I have 4
Yep.
left.
Yep. Then yes, that's just the animation being stuck. I know because I start with the resin where it takes 5 and work backwards from there to figure how many acorns I need, which is what was giving me trouble. So I
Ah.
went with 60, which I knew would divide evenly. Um, and then it just took me a second to get the maths right on the acorns.
That's fair. Alright, so here is lapis tree. Yeah, place some soil in the pot first, you idiot. Yay. Then I'm gonna come over here and plant the bacon tree. How many times can I miss putting soil in the bonsai pot before I try to put a tree in it? Apparently, twice. The answer so far is 2. Donut. We have a donut tree.
Oop, oop.
I'm gonna put this lapis stuff over in its area.
Oh, are you kidding?
The redstone, its area. I try not to very frequently, but I might be. What am I kidding about?
No. The I had to recast something.
That stinks. And yes, I am throwing things off the world. We don't have a trash can, and sometimes you have things you just don't need more of. It happens. Yes, we're always talking about not wasting resources, but sometimes you just need to prioritize.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to go up and take care of the pigs, because we have one last tree to make, so that we can finish all the advancements on the page we're on.
Nice. Blazing through these.
Right?
Alright. Let's try this again without... That's the only thing. We might want to make a separate like casting table and seared drain just for the food extraction because it seriously seems to have problems. Like I full on lost a thing I had just smelted because of that glitch. So it might not be purely cosmetic. I do not know.
Interesting. How much bacon do I get out of 2 cooked chops? Let's find out. Where's that squeezer? I'm also gonna need a lever. Do you do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
What's that?
Make the thing, the separate one.
Oh, we can put that on the back burner. It does not have to be done today.
Okay.
I'm seriously okay with just standing here and clicking for the time being. I mean, you already have it item extracting out of here, so that part's not a problem. Um,
Bacon sapling. Yes. It is time. Apple, sugar, bacon, sapling.
Nice.
And here, because I'm friendly and I like to share. Yo, yo, mama.
Thank you. Hey, that was exactly what I needed.
I'm gonna take this hopping bonsai pot. We're gonna do it over on the bacon because bacon and donuts make really good early into mid-level food. At least until they'll feed us until we don't need food anymore.
Yes. All those steaks are really good for that, and if we're already growing wheat and have cows, like what I'm hearing, then I mean, you've seen how quickly we can get an abundance of moo-moos.
True, but
Okay,
I
so
just pulled
stupidest.
donuts out from a tree that I didn't have to do anything, and they're the same as bacon.
True. All
Anyway,
right,
you were saying.
stupidest thing ever. It's literally a yo-yo.
Seriously.
Yep,
Which, for those that may not know, yo-yos were, I actually think, originally used as weapons, not toys.
and they still are.
Not everywhere, but yes.
No, no, this is genuinely a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You're not talking about just in general, you're talking about specifically. Got it.
oh yeah, no, you can make it out of these same materials that have the same odd properties as any other weapon. They're just dumb.
Interesting.
And if you do it just right, it at least used to be a thing where you could hook it. Here we go. Eee.
Where are you at? Where'd you go?
I don't know if I can move like this or not. Oh, I can. Oh, crap. All right. Goodbye, cruel world.
You fell off the platform.
Sort of. Ow. I should have aimed for the grass up top. Um,
You need that more than me?
thank you.
Okay.
No, you can if you can hook it on something like I hooked it on the infinite water source over here
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of backed up off the platform. You can swing on it for a brief time. You
Yeah,
just can't get
nice.
back up. And if I had been smart, I would have aimed for the ground upstairs so I wouldn't have slammed on the ground so hard.
Only you'd been intelligent.
I am not certain. Alright, that all said, now that I've demonstrated the stupids, I'm going to chuck this off the world because I have no use for it.
Yeah, that's one of those. We literally just made it for the advancement.
I had honestly forgotten it was an advancement. I was just gonna show you a dumb thing I made.
Yeah. Alright, so I need item extraction cable. Bet we don't have any more, do we?
Probably not.
I can't wait till we get things a little more automated. One redstone.
I mean, we're making some great progress.
Well, no, I'm not faulting us. I'm not saying we aren't. I'm just strictly saying I can't wait till we have things even more automated.
Right.
I'm gonna chunk some stuff off the world. Eat it into the stratosphere. Okay. I need one of those. I need a heavy pressure plate, and nugget.
All right. So,
Nuggets.
admittedly, I did come up to
Boom.
read the moves, but while I'm up here, I also just made us another pig.
Oh, cool. And so what I am doing is I am emptying out this chest full of cobblestone and putting it into the crate, because the crate can hold 64 stacks as opposed to 27. And then I want to put the crate back on top of this cobblestone generator, and we are about to start power production. So I'm going to get rudimentary power production set up, and then I think that would be a good stopping point, because next time we're going to start actually using it to build machines and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I think that would be a good stopping spot, because I remember saying at the beginning of the video, thank you, Brian, for reminding me, that we were going to get some more trees finished, finish the first page of advancements, and then get power set up was the goal.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding like a naysayer, I was honestly mildly skeptical about the finishing the first page of advancements, but we have done a superb job today.
We really have, and I'll admit, I had forgotten what all was on there. I'm very glad every tree, every sapling isn't on there, because that would have taken forever. But yeah, I'm proud of us for getting as much done as we have in as short of amount of time as we have.
Yeah. Now, that being said, the reason we have a diamond tree was so I could spite you. Because you made a comment that diamonds were a pain. And I could not let that stand. I had to prove that no, they're not.
I'm not wrong, but they're not as big of a pain as some other things.
Uh, yeah, accurate.
They are a pain, but they're not a complete pain in the block.
Sure.
All right, so
All right.
what do we need? We need
I
to make an
am.
auto click or an auto clicker thing,
Yeah.
an automated
All right.
user. Block, city,
Not
dry out,
programmer. A user.
mechanical drying basin. I can't just put it in a regular drying basin.
Some things no.
Apparently you can't do that for magma blocks. I need some more iron. Oh, the irony.
All right. 6 more corn seeds, and we will have a fully duplicated farm.
Oh, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I'm going to
I was up here.
I'm going to put that right there. And you needed 6 more corn seeds.
Oh God, that was rough. I heard him,
Oh,
and then I saw him land.
and look at his name.
What's this one's name?
Han shot first. I love it.
Lucky I don't have my stuff built yet.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, I heard the whistling. I'm like, what is that? And then I turn around and there he is. So yeah, there you go. I'm so sad that I missed it.
I heard it, and I it was familiar, so I
Right.
turned around from what I was doing, looked up, and saw him. I'm like, "Oh, you placed the thing. Why is that still going?" And I looked up into the sky, and it's like, "Oh shoot, he's still coming down."
That's awesome.
um,
Right. Iron.
all right. So cool. We now have 2 full fields of crops. Um, I don't know why I'm going up there. Do we want a separate chest up there for like Like maybe 2 separate chests for like crops and seeds.
Probably not a bad idea. Do you have the extra chest for the stuff to make them?
I'm about to.
If you'll do that, I'm also gonna start making some iron amber. I can remember the recipe, which I obviously cannot.
Acorns in a diamond.
I know I put the resin in the wrong slot whenever I started.
Gotcha.
It was more of a rhetorical, of course I cannot. But thank you for being ever so helpful. Alright, let's get a crap ton of iron. That is so cool, being able to see through that. I love the seared windows.
Yeah. It's not usually a thing I care about, but this time I thought I'd make an exception so we can actually be on the same page as to what's going.
Where's the ingot mold?
Oh, I've got it. Hold on.
I figured whenever I couldn't find it, but I didn't want to just accuse you.
Threw it down the ladder.
Ah, perfect, thank you. And what happened to the item, the fluid extraction cable?
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah, I figured.
It was more of a pain than it was worth.
Well, I just threw half a stack of amber in, and I really don't want to stand here and get a full stack of iron out manually. Actually, never mind. I'll just do it in blocks. You'd sit by the block. Six blocks, one ingot. That's what I was thinking. Because 9 times 7 is 63, and that leaves 1 out of 64. Yay, math.
Yep.
This is an educational channel, y'all.
Sort of.
Said no one ever. What did I even need this for? Automated user, which I need to have a magma block, which I get from a mechanical drying basin, which, I need the iron for that, so wood, and I need exact black dye powder, pulverized coal in a squeezer.
That reminds me. There we go.
That coal there. Where'd my
Okay.
pulverized coal go? Oh, that's charcoal, not coal. Apparently it matters. I need coal. Right, let's try this again.
At least making coal is super straightforward.
Yeah. There we go. Alright. So now we build. Oh, I don't have any logs on me. Yeah, that would make things difficult. I have logs. Let's try this again. Those of you wondering why why I keep going down the rabbit hole every time I need this instead of just typing it in, it's so I can remember why I'm making it. We're gonna try and put lava in this directly and see if it works. I don't think it's going to, but it's worth a shot. Nope, it just burnt it. Oh crap. Okay. Congratulations, dum-dum. Now you have to build another.
Oh, was that was a regular drying basin, wasn't it?
I just wanted to see what would happen. So now we know, for science, if you put lava in a regular drying basin, which is mainly just wood and iron, it will indeed burn it.
Yeah. You want to know a fun secret about that? I went through probably 3 of those and not an insignificant number of trees in ocean block before I figured that out.
It happens.
Because I figured it would take a while to do its thing, so I just dropped the lava in, walked away, turned around a few seconds later, and holy cow, why is everything on fire?
Yeah.
And what happened to my drying basin? It took doing that a couple of times for it to dawn on me that, oh, it's made of wood, you idiot.
Yeah.
Uh,
We own up to our stupidity here whenever it happens.
yes.
We don't like it, but we do it. Alright. Need to make a couple of obsidian.
That's what I just did. I just finished turning an entire stack of cobble into 16 obsidian.
And now
I
I
mean,
need
it's nice that it's
2
cheap,
energy.
but
Right.
man, that stuff is annoying to make
It is.
for
Now
now.
I need 2 energy batteries. Which I have everything I need except for redstone blocks. So we're gonna go make 2 redstone blocks. What's the best way to make a redstone? I don't know,
Um,
Llama. Let's find out.
it's 9 acorns filling up the crafting grid.
Sweet. Do that. Acorns
In
back to
fact, I think the
leaves.
only way to get just straight redstone is you have to do the acorn thing, get the block, and then break it to get the individuals.
I think you're right. 2 energy batteries.
Considering I made so many of those this morning, I'm pretty sure I am. See. Make one of those and one of those.
Tank.
These don't cost a whole bunch. Yay.
Make 1 more obsidian.
Oh, that is nice.
Need 4 glass. What's nice? I have 4 glass.
We have the start of a shuriken in the form of a obsidian knife blade,
Right.
and we have the start of a cobalt level, which is important when we go to the nether,
Right.
pickaxe out of
Nice.
obsidian. So, yep.
Very nice.
I am Hephaestus the smith god.
Let's put this over here. Okay, so how do we power the mechanical drying basin?
Uh, Good question. Give me a second and I will find you an answer.
I know how, I just don't want to be right, so I'm not sure I want you to find the answer.
That is actually cheaper to make than I expected.
What?
We want to make the simple combustion generator be a good use of all the wood and whatnot that we've got. The upgradable one is more of a pain.
I'll just take a simple one to start, honestly.
Yep. I'm working on making one now.
So we're going to get this set up over here. What I would like to do and what I'm working towards is a geothermal generator, which takes 2 magma blocks, 1 furnace, a redstone block, and then cauldron and 4 stone. I'm not sure if you can use cobblestone. If it has to be chiseled. That makes a simple one. Then make an upgradable one. You put a simple geothermal in the middle of a crafting grid and surround it by modifier components, which is made from black concrete powder, redstone, and a block of iron. The concrete powder is pulverized charcoal, or sand, and full gravel. So that's what we're going to do eventually. But to get power to the mechanical drying basin, so we can even get started with that, we are going to make a combustion generator.
Yes, indeed.
These are all just to get us until we can get the resources and materials to make nuclear. And by the time we have nuclear, we will have the stuff to make a flux storage network, which instead of having to route a bunch of energy cables, we can just do all of our power wirelessly, and that will be glorious. My favorite energy-related mods is the flux networks.
Yeah, and now that I'm finally, understanding how it works as of this morning, I'm having a very... So, this morning, an alternative reality of Minecraft. Alright. I wonder, can you do a hopper into the combustion gen?
Yeah, should be able to. Break this here. Make a hopper real quick, because I think I've got the stuff.
All I need's the wood for it, and I can make it.
Oh, well, you mean the chest?
Yep, that's all I need.
And hold on. Yep, there you go. And I'm getting a
Thank
whole
you.
bunch of, I've got extra chests too. So, we'll test it out, but you should be able to.
Alrighty.
But we're gonna need energy extraction.
Yes, we will.
EX, not ES. That's gonna take redstone and the dropper and the weighted pressure plates.
Alright. See what I didn't do that I should have.
I have an energy extraction cable.
Alright.
Oh, no. Hold on. No, that's not pretty.
No, I know.
No.
Oh. Okay, I see what you're doing. Alright.
Where did my hopper go?
I got it. Where do you want it? Behind it?
Yeah, shift and right click right here while at it, so it goes in. Right here.
Okay, just on the side?
Yep.
Or behind it?
On the side.
Okay.
Boom. And now, aha.
Oh, see, I just made a chest. Yeah. For that reason.
Right. And the cool thing is that we can throw all of our leaves that we're not using for anything else in here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the best fuel source for it, but there are worse.
Yep.
The leaves and sticks, anything combustible, is a potential fuel source.
I'm saving 2 stacks of sticks.
Not like we don't have enough, but that is fair.
Oh.
And yes, we could do a battery. We will do batteries. Eventually, that will be for next time. We just wanted to get some energy generation set up. And we've hit that, so I'm going to work on getting our geotherms set up. And then we will be pretty much done for this episode.
Right?
Dude, I cannot get over how effective we have been and how efficient. And if you right-click on the drying basin with an open hand, it does have its own inventory, so I can actually just fill it up with a bunch of lava. And it'll keep making, and even automate this at some point, which we will eventually do because this will be how we make a bunch of obsidian. Boom! Alright. Get a redstone.
Alright. Oh, I just need to check my little book.
And this is why I had a bunch of stone cooking. It does have to be actual stone. Because I knew we were going to run into recipes that wouldn't let you use cobble at some point.
Yeah, I know.
And a cauldron. Ah, crap. Are you doing iron? Please tell me. I'm taking that.
Okay. Oh, I'm also about to have 3 more blocks of it, plus an ingot.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh. 4. Let's see. Binding cast. Material cost 1. Okay, good. That lets us know how much we need to put into it.
3 obsidian. Need to make a bow?
Yeah.
Where's my string tree?
Bows are kind of annoying, though. So I tend to just kind of stay away from them.
Yeah, but I have to use it to make the automated user, so...
Oh.
Make a dispenser.
Just a regular...
Yeah.
Just a regular bow. Okay.
Yeah, just a bow. Do we have any gold ingots, man?
Should. Yeah, we got 4.
I only need 2, so that is perfect. What else do we need? Magma block, I've got that. 3 obsidian.
Oh,
that's what
right.
User, boom. All right. So certain things you can't just. You can't just put into other things. So what this automated user is for is, I'm going to put an item extraction cable coming out the back of this cobblestone crate, and then item cable going into the automated user that will give it cobblestone. It will then right click the cobblestone into this cauldron that I'm setting up. Cobblestone cauldron.
We make...
And then we can use a fluid extraction cable to pull the lava out and put it into a tank. to give us a buffer, and then we can have the tank piped out into the geothermal generator that I'm going to put here. Then we can have it piping energy out to batteries, and then that will, and also piping energy back around to the automated user because it does take power, and that will give us continuous energy until we can get to where we're starting to use nuclear. So a couple different energy setups. This is a simple combustion generator, super simple to use, um, easy to get started with. This geothermal, I do believe, produces more energy once it's upgraded, and it also has the benefit of giving you a lava reserve that you could pump to your smeltery to keep it full if you wanted. So that's what
Um,
I'm trying to set up.
what was I looking for?
There
Oh
we go.
right.
Alright, so now we just need to give that some power.
Man, I
Should we
can I can turn sand into snad, but I can't. I guess turn snad back into sand.
I don't
That's
think you
dumb.
can. No, I know. It is one of those
All
kind of
right.
dumb things.
All right. Fine. Do it the pleb way.
Move, peasant. What you feel like, isn't it? Alright.
I'm your king. I didn't vote for you.
Not how that works.
All right. There we go. Okay. It was super important that I get sand. Went through all that trouble making
Oh,
a
great.
sand and throwing a red dye into the cauldron of water to get red water for one stupid red sand.
Seriously?
Yeah. See, 4 petrified, 2 sand, 2 clay. All right. Two clay.
Alright.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can do this now. Hey, Darth.
Wow. What?
I have a copper amber.
Copper tree. Very nice.
Now, what do I pour that over? Spruce
Things.
sapling. We're not technically incorrect. Alright, before I do this, how does get spruce sapling? That is petrified in water. Okay, cool. We can make more. Good to know. Because I'm not making one right now.
Don't blame me. Come on.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, do that. Um,
Alright. Perfection.
count, genius. And control of those. All right.
Yeah. Alright, so I don't know if you just heard over here, but the automated user just got power from the simple combustion generator, and so it put 4 cobblestone into the cauldron to turn it into lava.
Nice.
So we are very close to being able to have geothermal gen automated. Now we need to have that pipe out. I need a fluid extraction. Hey, do you have that fluid extraction cable from the...
Here, come here. Yeah, it's on me.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we're going to try and shrink this a little bit. So we're going to put that there. See, it pulled the lava out into the fluid extraction cable, and it filled it back up from the automated user. That is that. Now we need to make fluid cable,
Nice.
which is 4 gold nuggets and 4 bricks. I need... Go to the gold one more time. Alright. Alright. And it's making a whole bunch of lava. You can hear it because the fluid extraction cables can hold... The fluid cables can hold 64 buckets each. So it ran through as much cobblestone as it could quickly make.
Very nice.
That's redundant. Now we're going to do a tank down here. I'm pretty sure if I stack them like that, they'll feed into one another. Right, I need to make another fluid tank. It takes... I need 1 obsidian, 4 glass, and 4 iron ingots. We don't have any more iron right now, do we?
Yeah.
We do?
I got loads.
Yay!
Here. That and that.
Thank you. I'm just gonna turn it all into iron right now. Perfect. Alright, so now I need obsidian. Which, as we all know now, is that. Perfect. I need 4 glass. We don't have any regular sand, do we?
We do not, but
I think I can smelt the snad, though.
glass.
Oh.
Also, pickaxe.
Ooh. Thank you.
It's a fancy one.
This is the point we yeet the other one off the world because it is trash now. So as you can see, this is an obsidian pickaxe. So it has an obsidian head with an iron handle and copper binding, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So it gives it magnetic, which means that it'll pull ores and things you break in with it. Durate means it's durable. I don't know what the well established. I think it gives you more experience. And as you can see, it's
correct.
clumsy. So whenever we go to the nether, we will hold our vein mining or tilde key and mine a whole bunch of netherrack to level it up. And the more leveled up it is, the more upgrades we can put on it. We can eventually make unbreakable weapons and tools, which is what we're of course going to do. And then we can just upgrade them. I'll let Bot go over that in a tutorial kind of thing, probably on the next episode, because I have a feeling that's whenever we're going to really start getting into Tinkers a whole lot more. What was it doing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the
No,
tank.
I mean we have most of the base trees that we can make as far as metals for tinkerers goes, but there might still be one or two more we can make. Like I had kind of forgotten about copper for a minute, and then I that's why I go back to the book no matter how many times I've done this. I always double check the materials and new book. Um, so I was flipping through it and I went, "Oh right, copper. Can we make copper?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, it's a tree. Okay, cool. How do I make?" And I just not only made it, but I made its second amber so I could go ahead and make those bindings and finish up the axes.
Yep, very nice.
So for next time, we just to recap, as far as Tinkerers goes, we have all the casts for both weapons and all the armor, um, and pickaxe. Both weapons because there's going to be eventually a shuriken for
Yes.
ranged and giant, what has been described as an anime sword.
I call it a Buster Sword. That's what it looks
Sure.
like. Hopefully, no one comes to yell at me for copyright infringement or something about that. I said a word. Still don't know how all that works.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know I'm not going to describe it the same way that Achievement Hunter did.
Oh, how'd they describe it?
Uh, the nice version is a big F off anime sword.
Hmm, they're not wrong.
No, absolutely not.
We just can't say that on our
Uh,
channel.
nope.
That's funny.
Oh, it was great.
Um, I'm also about to make probably a stack of glass. Half a stack of glass. FYI.
That will come in super handy.
Oh yes, it'll come in very handy.
All right, I'm gonna do something mildly stupid.
Since when is that new?
Oh, I didn't say it was.
Oh, okay. I need 2 more glass, and then I can finally get this other tank made and finish getting some energy automation set up.
Woot! I actually survived that. Can I eat this, please?
Nice.
Yay!
Yay for surviving, bot. I'm proud of you.
Half a heart, and that was landing up top. I definitely would have died.
Yeah, probably.
But of course, now that I'm up here, I forget why I came up in the first place. So I almost died for nothing.
Alright,
Oh well,
and so
entertainment, I guess.
for those of you that were watching on mine, making a battery is 6 mineral crystals on either side, a block of mineral on the top and the bottom, and then a block of redstone in the middle, and that gives you a battery. And once these batteries are made, you can take any number of them of any capacity and put in a crafting grid crafting station, even the personal one on you, and then combine them. So the default amount of energy is 1 million RF. I put two 1 millions together to make 2 million. If I had 9 2 millions, it'd give me 18. If I had 4 2 millions, it'd give me 8. You can make literally any size battery you want. So I thought they had
Um,
to be 4 at a time. Bot found out you can do any quantity and capacity. So thank you.
yep. When I saw that that was the entire secret, was just put some of them together. Because I was kind of thrown off by that this morning when I was kind of playtesting. I I couldn't understand why it wouldn't give me a recipe for an upgraded battery. Like usually with things like cobble gen and things like that, it requires like the previous level to turn it into the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And when it didn't give me any recipe at all for the batteries. It just said, yeah, slap a couple together in the crafting grid. What does that mean? So I played around with it and it's like, oh no, that's really all it is. So I started with two, and when I saw that that literally doubled it, and that I got the same description for the upgraded ones,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I went nuts. I made 9 of the 9s. So I guess, yeah, I made like 81 batteries and combined them into super battery, and it still probably took an hour or two for nuclear power to fill that battery.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And we will be at nuclear power probably by episode 5, if not sooner. I'm hoping episode 5 we will see. Hey, bot, come here. What you doing?
It's possible. Give me a second. I'm sorting some of these.
So I'm going to explain it while you're doing that. So underneath this crate, we have a tier 2 cobblestone generator that is putting cobblestone in here. Then we have an item extraction cable pulling cobblestone out to an item cable and putting it into our automated user. Our automated user is getting power via energy cables from this simple combustion generator, but I'm actually going to, I could make it have this simple geothermal generator power itself and make it a cyclical thing, maybe later, but for now we're using the one over here to do that. Then it's
Yeah,
putting cobblestone into the cauldron, which is being pulled out, which is over a torch so that it turns into lava, which is being pulled out by the extraction cables and put into two stacked fluid storage tanks. The two fluid storage tanks do feed in, so by putting it in the top one, it does feed down to the bottom one. And then there is a fluid extraction cable pulling out of the bottom one and going into this geothermal generator, which is extracting the energy into this battery.
yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm thinking the idea behind that is to build up a buffer so you basically never run out of lava to feed into the generator.
Correct. Yeah. The reason for the tanks is to be a buffer so you never run out. Also, theoretically, if I wanted, I could make a platform down below this and then take and pull a fluid extraction, pump off of this fluid extraction and run over here and feed up into this seared tank, and we'd have unlimited fuel for our smeltery too. Which, whenever we get to nuclear power, I will probably just take and move this system underneath this and do the same thing. But or I think bot may have a smaller system, but eventually we will be pumping lava directly into this smeltery tank so that we do not run out.
And I'm glad you pointed that out because I just happened to look over at that point and see that we were at about the halfway mark on the smeltery. So
And
I'm refilling
dude,
it.
why don't you just take from my lava tank bucket, right click?
Nope,
You don't
I'm
have to.
not messing with power.
Dude, I have
It
128 buckets worth right here. Trust me.
it took 8 cobble and 2 whole trips walking over with a bucket of lava.
And running
It's
around like a
not the end of
peasant.
the
Go ahead.
world.
All right. So real quick, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start this next stream, but just to show you what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the upgraded geothermal, which we're going to make from the upgrade modifier components. And the reason being, if you type in at simple, there is a speed upgrade, which oh no, it's not that. Anyway, there's an upgrade. I forget what it's called. But that increases the speed that the geothermal generator can operate at. I think you can put 16 or 32 of them in there, and basically one generator will be the equivalent of a stack of these. And so next time we're going to make the generator upgradable. We're going to fully upgrade it. We're going to create more batteries and increase the size of this. We're probably going to make it cyclical and have it feeding off of itself so that it's not feeding off this one anymore, so that we can relocate this one somewhere else if need be. And then we will get started on working on the Age of Enhancement. We're going to get our Tinker on. Bot will be leading most of that because that is his thing. And I will start working on Mechanism, which has some machines that are going to help automate our material processing.
Yes. And I speaking of all of that, I did want to point out that for the time being, if you missed any of this and want to go back and see the whole thing and see how we got to where we are, that will be on our YouTube channel, but for the moment, it will only be from the TheDarthLlama's point of view. My recording is still being a little wonky, so I've still got some troubleshooting to do there, but hopefully within the next couple of streams tops, hopefully we can start actually editing these things.
Yeah, that's we're new to this. I know how to edit, but it's time consuming, and I have to build the time into my work day and
Yeah.
my day. So eventually, we will be doing important things like that. Will be edited in. Um, we'll edit bots in, and then of course, eventually we'll be doing 20, 30, 40 minute videos for each 3 or 4 hour one we do on the long play. That'll have it edited down to the important stuff with a little less rambling. Might have to do voiceovers for some of that. And maybe some building montages so that you don't have to sit through all of the boring stuff if you don't want to.
Right.
But I actually think that is the most condensed I've ever made this generator setup.
I think it is. You find every time we play not only SkyFactory but any modded version, you find a way to make this essentially this setup smaller and smaller and way more efficient every time, and it's like I never get the chance to figure out what you're doing before it changes again.
I enjoy it. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I have no problem being the tinkerer guy, because it's like you can handle all that complicated machines and nonsense. I'll handle the tinkers. I'll keep researching the better materials and armors and upgrades and whatnot, which I finally have a grasp on how to properly upgrade things, like without having to swap parts out.
Okay, well you'll have to show me that next time.
Uh, well, when we get to the point where we can upgrade,
Oh,
yes,
yes, but I mean, we'll be there
that's
sooner
true.
than you think, I assume.
Probably. Um, but for the meantime, were you streaming today
I
or just
was.
recording? Okay. Um, so if you ever get lost on what one of us is doing because you're watching the other one stream, we are both streaming until I can well, I'll be streaming every time anyway, but once I can get the recording working properly, then we'll start uploading those for later. But for the time being, uh, I'm streaming all of these on, well, obviously on Twitch at a random bot. And for the Darth Llama's perspective, that would be the same thing.
Twitch.tv/ TheDarthLlama.
Yes, sir.
But thanks for joining us. Next time we will get into some more of the fun stuff because we've got most of the foundation built and show you where things get really interesting from here on out.
Yes, yes. Thanks a lot, and we will hopefully see you guys on the next one.
Later, everybody.